Hello and welcome back to Space Engineers. My name is Rabenschild and you can see that I moved the big blue. I finally lost the whole arm out here, removed it, built the new dock here, and I've messed up. I had to change my plans a bit, and we will take a look at that in a second. But you can see that I encased the whole thing, and now we can go into the big blue this way. It makes sense. I have a bit of a problem here. This gap is too big. So when I change that, I cannot fit in there, but that's okay. So I can live with that. That's due to tolerances, and you can see that I'm drilling into the side of the asteroid to build a way into the station from here and through it to the other ship maybe. But I'm not as fancy as some other YouTubers having that on moving platforms, and I will take this apart, build a platform into it, and then start drilling from here again. So I'm doing that. The other YouTubers don't use build and repair systems and all that stuff, so I'm good with that. So for me it's easier to just move that. See that I've worked more on this habitat here, and that I started the hangar, and I decided to build the hangar down here because up here I want to have a control room. We need a control room, something where I can finally put up my screens that I have in there and move some of the programmable blocks too. That will make my life a lot easier, and having the hangar down here gives me the option to maybe put something in. I thought about putting something similar in like I have for the rovers on Mars, so an unloading system for the ships that come in. So don't know, small transport ships or something like that. It will hopefully make my life a bit easier. And up here I want to put in machines. I have all the machines right now in here, and I want to get them out of here. So in the back there I have the assemblers and the refineries, and I want to put them above the hangar, and then these will be the quarters, and up top here will be a control room or something like that. I'm starting to work that out. I'm not sure. Maybe I just put a glass dome up here, something like that. Hope that will look nice in the end. I try to fancify that in the end. So that's why I have this here, these stairs here. I had the idea to maybe build a control room into this wall, and then have stairs up here, and have it somewhere here in the asteroid. But more digging, not sure about that. Having it up top here would make a lot more sense in my opinion. And then we could have this as areas for, don't know, for ship crews, for whatsoever, walkways to get between the two sides of the station, and you can see that the amount of screens here is just not preferable. Have to have them just somewhere here in the whole thing. And the S, by the way, works relatively well. It seems to run at the moment, so that's a good thing. I had some issues where the NDS system didn't run. Okay, I'm not sure if that's the correct way, so I will just recompile it. I wanted to say it runs well. Now it should run normally. I'm not sure what's up with that. Don't know, maybe I did something wrong. But it works well, and I figured out some of the things. I got in contact with NDS Nick, I think. That's the guy that made the NDS system, and asked if if there's a way to exclude machines from it, and that's exactly the way it works. You write exclude into the custom data, and then it doesn't fill the machine, or it fills the machine, but for example for an assembler it doesn't take anything out of it, and it doesn't give build orders to it. So I can have assemblers that I can use to just build my tools or one bottle, and the system will not grab it from me. I had to set up all the reactors anew on the Big Blue, because when I moved it, I saw that I just had 5 uranium in every reactor, because NDS just, with the default settings, it just gives 5 units of uranium to every reactor. And then I took a look at the loadouts, so you can say put 600 in it, and it does that now. And I have also set up the default to put 500 units of uranium into every reactor that's there. That's not specified with a loadout. That's the cool thing. So I was a bit worried that NDS wouldn't be a good way to replace Tim, because I don't see Tim working in the foreseeable future. So we will have to see. NDS is a good replacement. Yeah, let me show you the mess up I did. I can't show you on the Big Blue, but I can show you here. So this airlock, this walkway into the ships, is different in a bit of a way from the airlocks that I've built now, and the one I'm building on the Empress too. So the distances here are different. So this block count is the same, but these poke out more. So also this setup here is different, because on the ships this thing is set into the blocks, and this one is one block back. So this part doesn't fit anymore into the locks that the ships now have. But the good thing is that both of the ships have the same thing. So this prototype at one point can go, and I will just use what I have on here. So you can see that I started to build up the same system on the Empress, so that we can lock her to one of the standardized docking systems too. And when it's done, these are the colors that the Big Blue uses, and I think I will use the same colors for the Empress. It were the colors that she had before, and she will get these back. Today I want to work on the reactors in here, and maybe change out some of the thrusters, because we will have to do a bit of a rework when it comes to the thrusters. These thrusters are longer, but not as wide as the LY thrusters I want to use. I also brought in gyros, new ones, and the gyros are... I removed all the normal gyros. The gyros are gyros that are 1000% stronger than the normal gyros. So each gyro is good basically for 11 gyros, and that's good because we can put in a lot less of these things and still have a good turning power. Turning power. Good. We have the back room up here, and I've told NDS to bring in a lot of reactor components. So that's one thing we will have to use up today. Okay, I thought we should use the same reactors we did before. So we used these ones on the airbase on the alien planet, but I think I will settle for these ones. Let us just build both and take a look which are better. Okay, the LY Atmo, I want the LY Pulse thrusters. These are the thrusters that are able to work everywhere in atmosphere or no atmosphere for later. And we have small ones, but there should also be these big ones. And you can see they are 3x3 by 2. And that's very different from the thrusters I have on here. So a bit of a rework is needed. Good. These reactors. Okay, let us put the reactors one block away from the connection so that we can take a look how powerful they are. These are the ones, again, I'm using on the airbase, but I want to see the differences in power output. NDS should have enough material to fix both of these up. So we take the maximum power output of this one is 9 megawatts or 900 megawatts. That's a good amount. And I think this one is 7 gigawatts. Gigawatts energy. So yeah, we will use these ones, I would say. Why settle for anything less than the craziest thing that we can get? 5. Pipe that in. Pipe this in. And then we set up multiple ones of these, I would say. So we go in and have 2... say 3 and okay, that's the spacing works, and we still have room in here, so we can go a bit back and maybe have some more. Again, I want to be very deliberate with mods here. Someone, by the way, someone suggested to put in the Atlas super laser. He saw that on, I don't know, Captain Jack's videos. I have to say I don't watch Captain Jack. I saw just some of these videos. I didn't see the new stuff. So, but I saw how this Atlas super laser works, and he suggested this ship definitely needs crazy firepower. So crazy firepower it is. I'm not sure who to use that against, but if that's the way to go, then for the Empress we will go that way, I would say. NDS should restock us on everything that we need here, hopefully relatively soon. Materials are definitely, we definitely have enough materials, so this should work out really well. Yeah, these reactors now, it's if one produces around 10 gigawatts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 500 gigawatts, no, 50 gigawatts, 100 gigawatts sounds a lot better than everything else. We need to take apart these things because we will take apart the top a bit. There's still the connector for the digester on the top that needs to go, and then we also I took apart all the solar panels that we had on top, and for the solar panels, I still don't want to go, although I say I want to go crazy modded with this thing, we will not go to the quantum black solar panels. These things are just too crazy. So I prefer having crazy reactors instead of solar panels that don't use any material. That's one thing, by the way, I figured out recently with the paint gun. I always had the problem that I sometimes couldn't paint things here, but the closer you go to your stuff, the better you can paint it. So I can even paint stuff in the corners. I dared to maybe go away from my usual paint key. So I have C set up as the key to paint, and before I always used that to do corners and all that stuff. But now I know how the paint gun works, so I could maybe go away from that, because I have the sprint key set up in an awkward way where I have to use my thumb to activate that, and the C key would be nice. It would be nice because I could just use my is it the index finger to press that. It would make my life a lot easier to just go away from the paint key. But I don't know. The paint gun is so nice when it comes to working with it, and now that I can work out these corners, that makes my life a lot easier. Good. Other things we need to do. We need to definitely, we will remove these connectors for now, or these conveyors for now, and fill it in with normal blocks. We need to figure out a way to put weapons in. And okay, weapon life support may fail. That is not good. That needs changing. So only one of you left me a comment about the weapons, and it was a good comment about consolidating the ammo, and I told him that that's basically the thing. I want to get away from crazy different ammo types, so that I, for all the ships, just have to to produce one ammo type, and especially for Big Blue. So we will get rid of the Oki weapons. I will not get rid of the pack for now, because I still have ships in around the alien planet that use the Oki weapons, and maybe I will use them for them. But Big Blue will just get normal weapons, or weapons that don't have any ammo. So laser weapons, and again, I will replace the only weapon with ammo, with extra ammo. In the end, I still want to have is the railgun, and that will replace all these heavy guns on here. We will put in a railgun or two, and then use that. The lasers will stay, and the Telian, I think, laser turrets will stay too, and replace all the other ones. These will be, is it Telian? I think they had called Telian. Yeah, Telian 25mm. It's normally it's a thing with ammo, but Skullbjorn made it so it is a laser-based weapon. And we will replace all these. We will replace these lasers with it. I'm not sure if they got updated. Nope. So I have the feeling that this mod at one point will just fall apart because you can't color it anymore. And if that's the case, then maybe that also is the case for the Telian laser weapons. I will have to take a close look at Skullbjorn's mods there, kind of, to see if he, don't know, maybe didn't continue developing them or something like that. I just want to take a look and be up to date with weapon mods. That's also the thing why maybe going back to standard weapons could help us to get around some of the problems some of the weapon mods had. Not sure. Good. To reload again and then take a look. We need the reactors should be done. And they, by the way, these stairs will also be changed out. I brought in also another mod that I had a test version of. And now I want to have, now there's the official mod is out. It's the VZZ cargo elevator. And I have the feeling it would be nice to have something in the front of the ship. So connecting the hangar to the workshop below. I will have to see how that works out. Good. These all work. And they already have enough material in it. That's a good thing. At the moment, they shouldn't run too crazy because I have all these solar panels around. Although, that's another thing I need to do. I need to set up the Izzy solar panel. Okay, let us do some things before I go and deal with the solar panels. So these thrusters will go. Then I will have to dig into the hull a bit to free up space for the LY thrusters. And then we will have to see how we can set that up. So the thrusters again are 2 blocks deep. And set this up. I don't want to go with the small ones here. I just want to go with the biggest variant that there is. Okay, this is this way, and then I want to see how it looks. If the look is better when they stick out that way, or if they are set back. And I have the feeling this is the way to go, at least for the side thrusters, or have them sit back is neat, but I think for the side thrusters it would be better to have them stick out. The thruster itself has this nice lip around it, and I think it would be nice to really display that. Good. Okay, we can do that, and then we will do the same thing up top, I would say. So dig that out. Dig that out, remove the thruster. And then the cool thing is we get a bit more space in the middle part. And we could see with what we can fill that. So set this in. This should look nice. For the front and the back. For the front and the back, it doesn't matter too much. We will set them in. For the front, we can just replace 3 of these with two of the thrusters, and on the back we have more thrusters. So okay, here that works. That definitely works. And on the back, that will be our problem. I think we can go from the outside in and replace the thrusters, and then maybe leave to... Okay, no, it's 3, 1.5, and then we just make this bigger, this spacer in the middle. Okay, here we have a different situation. So I think here we will go from the inside out. Replace these 3, remove this one, put in something to don't know, to fit that all in, I think. Because I don't want to have it stick out. We would have a thruster sticking out here, or we could go in and replace them from the outside, but then this whole thing would be missing. And so I think here we should go from the inside out and build something around the outside here, instead of making this whole thing in the middle wider and wider. Let me work on this. Let me replace one side each, and then we will take a look how that works out, because especially on the bottom we have the thrusters sticking out at the moment, and we might have to change this whole setup here a bit in the end. So I think on the bottom we will have to put in a bit more work, and the same here. Maybe we can go in and have a slope coming down. I think that's what we should do. Let me replace on one side of the ship everything, and then we take a look how that feels. Because of the wait time, we will have to take a look at it now, although nothing is finished yet because it produces 10,000 thruster components. Each one of these thrusters needs 2,500 or something like that. But in the front, I can make an immediate thing that these thrusters definitely do. So let us take a look. Ah, nice ship. Looks itsy bitsy nice with these happy blue glowing thrusters there. Nothing too aggressive. I'm coming for you. For you and everybody that you love. So one outlook this whole thing gets with the new thrusters is a lot of a more aggressive look. So I'm not sure if I can change the color of this. So that's one of the questions we could talk about is, should we go with the more aggressive look, find a different color scheme, and have a ship that is just, don't know, just that can just roll up on anything, As soon as we add, don't know, super lasers and Artemis super cannons and all that stuff, then don't know, we might end up having to do that anyways. But this changes everything a bit. So why the big blue is kind of defensive and has weapons on it and all that stuff, but it looks kind of nice and not too terrifying. This, in the end, will look terrifying, I have the feeling. Now with the dark corners and these red glowing thrusters on there, it I like it. So you can see that I'm trying to fit in the thrusters a bit more. I'm happy if they stick out a bit. So I don't want to go too crazy on it and have them hidden or something like that. I like the idea of maybe raising the structure a bit, giving it a bit more form to fit in these thrusters. And on the inside, the cool thing with a lot of the stuff on the inside, I might have a bit more space to fit other things in, because the thrusters have a wider profile, but they are not as high anymore. So we can see how that works out. Here I used some scaffolding to replicate the look that we had before, but again going with a bit more of an aggressive look. Maybe it's neat to have some blocks shine through there and all that stuff. We will pull this slope away from the ship and have it start here and then go straight into here. That's one thing I want to do. And here we will not change anything, but maybe we could add some blocks to just, don't know, have it not look so, so flat. Have something sticking out here, and to clamp the thrusters a bit more in. Something like that could be nice. I think I had that on the Empress anyways, but again, going with a bit more of an aggressive look could be nice. Stick a few more weapons on it, and again, have something that you could roll up on anything if you want. So that you can see that these thrusters, they will take a bit, and on the back too. I staggered them here a bit. So before the thrusters were one wall, now I have set them off a bit so that we lose this completely straight line here a bit, and have it go in a bit more. With the widening of this thing here, we could have some defensive weapons on here. That is maybe neat. Otherwise, I'm not sure what to do with this. This is what I came up with. I might keep that. Not sure yet, but now I have to do some other work around the base. I will remove the prototype docking bay, because now we have the final docking bay, and I can just copy it over if I want to do that. We could start it over here. You can see that I have more build and repair systems over here, so we can start our docking bay for the Empress over here. I still need to change this part in the front, and also I need to put in solar panels. So maybe I will just do some work while I wait for the thruster components, and then I don't know. That's the thing. Again, I would like you to decide with me. Should we go with a more aggressive look? That is something we definitely could do. Have this ship, don't know, look a bit more aggressive than than the other ship. Find a different paint scheme, maybe something a bit darker. Just have maybe, don't know, maybe go with the dark gray, have the blue just as some for some detailing work, and the white. Something like that could be neat to have a similar paint scheme, but with inverted colors or something. Not inverted colors, with the main colors exchange. Something like that could be neat. There's so much to do until we finish this, because again, we need to break up some lines. If we go with a more aggressive look, we will break up these lines too, and then we have to decide something on the top. Okay, let me do some more work, and I will come back to you when that is done, because I think I didn't fill the time up until now. So yeah, more work, solar panels, waiting for the thrusters, removing the prototype, all that stuff. This is so nice. I really like that. And again, I want to try to go into atmosphere with this thing. This will be one of the first things we do when everything is set up. So maybe we do that in the prototype stage. When all the thrusters are changed, we could try that. Each one of these thrusters, by the way, has 10 times more thrust, I think, than one of the ion thrusters. And they can push that out everywhere. So this will be amazing. Just as an intermission, take a look at this. I don't know what's happening. This thing is swaying like a... Just place some blocks on it. I'm not sure what the problem is. It is swinging like crazy. Inertia tensors are on. So I'm not sure, but I don't know, maybe it goes under control as soon as the solar rotors are set up or something like that, but this is just crazy. It sways. It did the wave with the arms. It looked like one of these, I don't know, you see them sometimes in movies or on TV, these things in front of stores that are blown up, these people-like things that blow and then they swing like these crazy, I don't know how they are called. I don't see them here. I just see them in American TV sometimes. Oh man, that can only go wrong. We will have to see. I'm in my small vector thrust vehicle here. Vermilion, former 1WSX10, told me that his script was broken and that it is now repaired, and that he added functionality to the cockpit screens. And I'm just figuring out how that is set up. It's pretty neat. I like that. You can see I have it on the middle monitor on the right, but I want it on the bottom one, the bigger one, there where now there's energy and H2. I hope it's the right way I'm doing that. He said to me, this is what you have to enter into the cockpit to make it knowledge this, not knowledge the screen, see the script. And I want it again to be, yes, there. Now it would be neat if I could make the text size bigger. Good. Okay, now top right has no contents. I want to put a script there, and I will put, the energy and hydrogen there. Can I make the text size bigger for the bottom center? It's no script, but It seems I can't. So that would be something I would really like. I still have the screen on the right side, but again, I could have it down here now. I see that it is in standby. So if I come out of standby now, I have all the necessary. Again, this would be something I would like to see. Maybe I let him. I will let him know how. If there's a way, or maybe he lets me know how. If there's a way to maybe change that whole thing. I'm usually not the one to go through scripts, but maybe he has put something in that lets me take a look at that. This is it. Identify blocks belong to this programmable block. Cruise mode. Make cruise mode act more like an airplane. Nice. Vector 0. Okay. Put this in custom data of a cockpit to instruct the script to use a display in that cockpit. It has to be on a line of its own and have an integer after the the integer must be 0. Integer total of displays in the cockpit. So I can go in and then change that out. This would make the script use the first display. The first display is 0. Second one, okay. Trouble, look into the bottom right of the PV terminal. It will print errors there. Public nice. Standby stops all. Okay, now it would be nice if I could change the screen size. Can I do that somehow? With scripts, I'm not sure if I can do that. Background emissives. Okay, so I cannot go in and change the... Can I go in here and change the font size? Oh, I can't. Okay. Maybe I have to get out of the whole thing. Too bad. Okay, that's not a problem. At the moment I don't see it really well, but I will let him know if there's a way, if we could do stuff like that. So now everything should be all right. So this thing works again. Okay, dampener is on. He said that the script was broken, and so he repaired it, and that's a good thing. I want to really use that a lot more again when we go back to the planet, and bring back some vector thrust ships. they still don't behave in space, but he said that. He said they are not really well equipped for space travel. So I will have to live with the way they work in space. Good thing. Thanks for million. That was really, really nice. Everything is still building. Maybe I will cut it short here and we will take a look at it in the next episode. This thing is not behaving as I would like it to behave, but maybe it does in the future. It seems to take a bit of time to get adjusted to everything. I removed the prototype again. We have now working models that we can take a look at, and I want to clean up the face of the station a bit. So this part will go, and then I will slowly remove this part after I maybe have made the dock for the Empress. But at the moment we are still working on the ship, so we will keep this for now and use it, because I need a way to at one point dock these ships up again. The Krill will get a bit of a remodel. I decided I want to have a dock somewhere in the back, so I can park her at the docking point. Yeah, that has just one connector somewhere up here, and I can see it down the line that we will have to change a lot on the alien and at the alien planetary base, basically the alien asteroid base. There will have to be changes at one point, but I hope that all works out in the future. Good. People, I think that's all for today. The episode is running long, and I have done a lot of things, and I'm playing for a long time again. That's the thing. With this, only because you have the built-in repair system doesn't mean everything is done within seconds. So if you have the materials, it would be. Maybe I will upgrade the amount of thruster components that NDS should stockpile. We will have to see. Good people. Thanks for watching, I would say. Hope you liked the episode. If you did, then please leave a like on the video. And I would say I hope to see you in the next video. See ya, guys.